All right, getting ready to flatten the tabletop. And I'm also trying to take it down to a little more reasonable thickness. I'm thinking 1.25 inches, just to try to make it a little more petite. This is kind of an odd design here. I would obviously not have such a thick top on this cabinet if it were for myself or for anything else, but in this case we're making it for my son. And the original idea had been to make him a dresser that functioned as a workbench. So now, of course, I've made this fancy thing and put all this time in. And my wife and I debated how could we get away with keeping this for ourselves, but I don't want to do that to my son. So at this point, we are just going to stick to the plan, and maybe if in the future I decide I'll repurpose the top for something else and build a more appropriate, by quarter sawn top. Yeah. So that's where we're at. We're about to do it. Here's my pro grade routing sled that I just made out of what used to be my dado sled. So I just glued on a couple pieces of ply to help hold it rigid. And the trick with these, unless you have a nice stout aluminum sled or steel sled, is to just apply very low pressure to the router. It tends to do a belly in the center, which I want to avoid. Put screws strategically on the face where they wouldn't be, where I would be routing out that detail. And that way they're not a permanent fixture to my tabletop face. All right. So I decided to route down the backside, which I don't know. Seems like it's taking longer than the first side, but so I will hit it with a random orbital when I'm done and just get it, close. Then I'll be able to route the detail into the edge of there and get this thing somewhat shaped out and decide how I want to place it on this top. I'm at this point assuming that I'll be following obviously the regular contour of the piece, but then when I get to this corner, I plan on following that corner around. This is all kind of off the fly, making it up as I go, and just seeing what looks good. made a big dent in things. Venture to think this side might look better than the other side. We'll see. Alright, so I'm marking this out. I pulled center here, matched it up with my jig. I drew a line 1 inch in, which is how far this table overhangs, or the top overhangs the desk. So at 1 inch here, I placed the farthest out point up against that line, and then I marked all the 22.5s going down this whole piece. So now you can see design has moved in about probably a ½ inch exactly on either side. Two, 3/8-ish. That doesn't sound good. You hear that? All right. So my other router seems to have croaked. Maybe I burned a bearing out or something, but it started to seize up on me a little bit. That's a new one. Not having good luck with routers today, guys. Cool. So I'll switch our bit out here. Other templating bit. Now we'll be able to flip this top over, run the bearing across the bottom. I might actually officially be done with my template. Ooh, that sucks. Maybe digging into that router a little more. Try to figure out what went wrong, because I need a 1/2 inch shank. So what I'm going to run for a detail here, what I did was took the 2 bits I'll be using just as they're set up here, and was able to line them up and trace them with a pencil to get my edge, and go from there. So it's pretty sweet. Pretty easy compared to everything else I've done by hand. Got the track hooked up, and make our cut. Click save once again. There's no reason I'm messing up right now, is there? I think we're good. Okay.